Hi everybody, as you work on your next draft of your informative speeches, I wanted to give you a few tips because informative speaking has a couple of unique challenges. You have to try, well, number one, not to be boring, and the other is to give enough information without creating sort of an information overload with your audience where they don't understand what's going on. So I think there are three things that you need to consider in order to be really successful with informative speaking. First, you really have to think about the audience. I know when you write your introductions, you have a line in there that says, what's the relevancy to my audience? But audience analysis, you had a whole chapter on it, a whole unit. It's not just one line of your introduction. It's really at every stage of your speech. You need to be thinking about, how does this relate to my audience? What can they get out of it? What information are they going to understand? That's going to inform how you write your main points, which main points you pick, what kinds of support material you use. Every stage of your speech should really be thinking about, who's the target audience? What do they want to get from this speech? And how can I make them interested in it? Two, you really have to think about the topic you've chosen, and are there ways to potentially narrow it, alter it, change it? Every topic can be developed in about a million different ways. There isn't just one path. Some topics generally are more whimsical, they're fun. Well, of course, then the support material you use will be different than a speech that's really heavy on technology or scientific information, for example. If you were talking about diseases, our expectations for the credibility of the information would be different. But it's also going to change what kinds of main points you have. And finally, you really need to think about yourself. What's your personality like? Does the topic fit? As you deliver it, how do you bring your sense of yourself and what you're comfortable doing into the speech? Will you have lots of vocal variety and facial expressions and movement? That may also say something about how you want to develop the main points and the information that you're using. Can you have fun with it or not? Again, I think informative speaking is in some ways more challenging than you think it's going to be. We say to ourselves, we're just going to give a bunch of information and that's great. But people won't remember the information unless you're able to relate it to them in a way that's consistent with your personality and also has the right support material to deliver that message. Good luck!